All right, guys, welcome. We're live here at Fairfield High School for a pretty big 1A matchup, really. Gallatin County Lady Hawks are going to face the Lady Woodlawn Cardinals. Game action going to set to take off here in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Definitely going to see if we can get some things done today. Win or lose, we will play at the 3:15 game today. As we fell into the bronze pool after a couple of highly competitive games yesterday. Definitely looking for, after a 10-day layoff, had to knock off some rust yesterday, and definitely looking forward to getting after it. And a recap of yesterday, we fell to Fairfield by around the 16 to 17 point margin. Played a very competitive first half. Could definitely tell that the rust was definitely a factor, and Fairfield's been playing a lot of games, and they were the host and probably the odds-on favorite to win the tournament in the gold bracket. And then we faced a Meridian team after we later on in the day, and just getting some key players back could be the difference. And in the second half, as our bench is kind of is shallow in the depth department with experience, missing a couple of key contributors, and definitely looking to right the ship today and play some good basketball and get ready. This can all have regional and sectional implications. Meridian definitely probably see them down the road, as they are probably the second or third best team in our subsectional. So we're getting ready for the starting lineups here, and we'll get after it. We got starting lineups here. Alrighty, there's your starting lineups. And I'm not sure what we're waiting on, but we're fixing to tip it off here in a little bit. Alrighty, and we're getting ready to tip off here, guys. We're going to get going here. Starting at 10:01, can't beat that on start time. It's typically rare. Here we go here. Fast start for the Lady Hawks. Definitely be what we're after here today. Woodlawn went 0-2 also in pool play, but played a couple very competitive games, so they are definitely no pushover. And Gallatin County wins the tip. And Sydney. Down to Kenzie. Kenzie for two. No good. Carly staying after it. And Woodlawn's off to run him. And Sydney gets over the screen. Three ball. Got it. And that's an early 3-point bucket. Number 4. And Gallatin County, or Woodlawn rather, going to make sure that Kinsey doesn't catch the ball very, very easily. And George for 2, no good. And Woodlawn back off to, and Woodlawn's across the timeline there. The game plan for Woodlawn early on is going to be a double of Kinsey. I'm going to say they've seen the 29 that she dropped against Meridian. 3 more, got it. And Woodlawn out to a 6-0 lead. 3 points are falling early for Woodlawn. 3 from Carly, no good. Woodlawn clears. Good defense by the Hawks when they're on the rotation. Got to be patient. And 8-0 Woodlawn. And Gallatin County off to a pretty slow start. And Gallatin County going to take it out of bounds here early on. Woodlawn really doing some good things on defense and offense. Very solid team. Built a very solid program over the years. And Kinsey for 2. And that's just the Kinsey effect. There was 2 people there. That was good defense, just better offense. That's just part of it. She's a force down there. She can play. Gallatin County got to put their foot in the stand. They haven't gotten a stop yet. Kinsey got to stay on her feet. 21's a little bit more athletic. 3. There's a miss, and good clear by Carly. Good job by Sydney there. That's a good defensive stand by the Hawks there. That was a lot better. And Gallatin County taking their time. Can't force. 3 for Carly. Bang! Right between the eyes. 8-5, and all of a sudden, Gallatin County crawling back in. Got the sleep out of their eyes on the 10 a.m. game. It definitely happens. Sometimes you can get hit right upside the head in these early games before you wake up. Woodlawn comes out shooting well early. That definitely. And we got a push. First free throw is good. And Woodlawn up 5-9 with 4:14 to go in the first. Good to see Gallatin County get on the board early. You do not want to dig a double-digit hole here early. Woodlawn 2 for 2 from the free throw line. This Woodlawn team is going to be fundamental. They're going to shoot the ball well. They're going to defend well. This is a very good test today. And we got our reach and foul. And we've got a mass timeout with 3:50 to go. And with that timeout is brought to you by Cox & Son Funeral Home. Thank you, Tony and Gayla, for your sponsorship of the Gallatin County Lady Hawks Athletics and the Boosters program in general, this broadcast. We really appreciate it. And thank you guys for all you do. Also brought to you by Oasis Bar and Grill. Check Taylor out. They have daily lunch specials out there. Taylor Vickery, Gallatin County alum, recently bought the place, so check them out if you get a chance, and you will not be disappointed. And we're back here after the mass media timeout. And the score is 10-5, 3:50 to go in the first quarter. And we've even got it marked the first quarter. That's great. Gallatin County came out a little bit sluggish, but definitely after the 6-0 run by Woodlawn, definitely looking a lot better. Kinsey for two. Got it. Guys from 12 in, just mark it. And cut to a 3-point lead. 3:30 to go in the first. They can shoot. You got to be ready. Oh, got lucky there. Kinsey got to be strong. Oh, whoo-wee. There we go. I like that. Get it to Carly. Got to take care of it. They're physical. They're physical. George for two. Bang! That is what Gallatin County needs, is George and Jenna to make them where they can't just double and triple Kinsey. That makes the game a lot easier for your post player if you got some guards and forwards that can knock down some shots. Ford definitely wants to shoot and be the focal point. Kinsey got to stay on her feet right here. This girl's quick. And that's two. Woodlawn is shooting, I'm going to guess, up in the 70s in this first quarter, shooting the ball at a high rate. But Gallatin County definitely we get a foul. And Gallatin County taking the ball out of bounds. That foul brought to you by Irvin Cable. Thanks, Irvin Cable, for all your sponsorship. Really appreciate it. Sydney for two. Oh, that was a good shot. George almost with the offensive rebound. Great shot by Sid. I thought that was halfway down and popped out. Good shot by Sydney. She's got to continue to shoot that. Just because the shot doesn't go in doesn't always mean that was a bad shot. That was a very good shot in the offense, and they've got to do that if they're going to double and triple. There's two. And it's 14-9. Woodlawn with 1:45 to go. Both teams playing really well. Woodlawn just really, really fluid in the offense. Oh my gosh, that was a fastball. George to nice pass. Three, no good. Kinsey with a great offensive rebound. She got off the bus this morning. That's good to see. She's got 6 early points here. We got a minute to go. 11-14. Woodlawn leads. We got a good ball game here. Both these teams. This is two good 1A teams going just toe to toe. And that's just great defense by George, cutting the baseline off. That's how you teach it. Get your foot in there and make your stand in the sand. And here we go. 45 seconds left. And nearly a turnover, but we controlled it. And there's a turnover. Kinsey got to step to that ball there. She can't wait on that ball to come to her. She got to step to it. If they're going to double, they get a step. But a ball fake would have been good there too. Woodlawn got to hold for one here. 15 seconds to go. 11-14. And George is going to cheat over the screen. I like that. That's a good defensive stand. Don't matter if it goes in or not. It did, but that is just great defense. That's just part of it. That's great defense. You couldn't ask for any better. That was textbook. After one, it's 11-16. Woodlawn. That was a well played quarter by Gallatin County. After they spotted them 6 points early on. I'll get that later in halftime. Let's do it at halftime. And this first quarter was brought to you by New Life Christian Center. Thank you guys for all you do in the community, for our youth especially. Your guys' sponsorship ranges beyond your donation, your generous donation to the Athletic Boosters. It is the impact and the footprint you are leaving in our youth, and for that, we are forever in your debt, and we appreciate it. And also by Cox Farms, thanks. They have always been big sponsors of the Hawks. They have kids that play in both athletic programs, and they are deeply embedded in the roots of Gallatin County, and we deeply appreciate your sponsorship. And some, Gallatin County really not turning the ball over at an alarming rate, so that's always good. You want to see that after you've had 10 days off. They played 2 games yesterday, but had a 10-day layoff, and they're playing well, doing some things. George knocked down a shot early. That's lovely. And Sydney, there's a 3. Good. And this Woodlawn team can shoot the ball. They're shooting the ball probably at a 70% clip right now. And Sydney trying to go the other way. And get in there. And 1. Count the bucket. Sid with the deuce and the abuse. Channeling my EHT announcer. The harm and the foul. Sydney for 1. 13-19, 7:23 to go. Get in there, baby. Oh, no good. And we're going the other way. And that's something the Hawks can take advantage of. Sydney's quick. You can get that ball out and go. Woodlawn's not really wanting to get out and go. They're wanting to half court. And there we go. And that's going to happen when you're shooting 70%. I mean, you have to regress to the mean at some point, because if they shoot 70%, they'll be up at normal in March. They're shooting the ball at an alarming rate right now. And that's been some good defense. I mean, not a lot of these have been open shots. They're just knocking down some shots. Jenna got to look to score there. Makes the offense run so much smoother. Sydney for 15. Got it! You always hear in the NBA the term the big 3. And Gallatin County looking, Lady Hawks, they got Carly, and they've got Kinsey. Woodlawn for 3. Wow. Borderline NBA 3 right there. Whoa, that was a deep one. But you're looking for a big 3, and you've got Kinsey and you've got Carly who lift a lot of that scoring, and you're just looking for that third scorer. Got to pass the ball harder. Just too hard of a pass. Gallatin County going to retain possession. Kinsey got to have a little touch pass right there. She's just, when you play down low and you play such a physical game underneath the goal, sometimes it's hard to think. Soft hand, soft. Kenzie, a lot of contact there, but got the bucket anyway. That was maybe should have got a free throw right there, but we'll take it. Hawks down 5, guys, and playing really well. 5:30 to go. They're playing some good basketball. Woodlawn is just knocking down an alarming amount of shots. His shot maker gave up baseline for 2. As you're saying, if that goes in, might just pack up the bus and go back to the house. And they're pushing. Carly looking. Oh, she wanted to step but didn't. Great job. Sydney looks a lot more aggressive this game than I've seen her in the past. Carly. That's okay. That's forces it. And now they're getting back. Way to stop the ball. Good. Now you got to go. Now you got to look to push. Carly looking to push. And we got a foul. And that was a good job. And that's what she needs to do. Sometimes I know she's plays a little bit undersized even as a guard, but she is a good finisher around the rim, and she can make free throws. She's got to drive the ball and force the referees to blow the whistle, and that's what she did there. First one up and good. That free throw make was brought to you by Allegiance Bank. OJ and the gang at Allegiance Bank. Thank you guys. They were big supporters at the EHT, giving out some fake $100 bills, which I'm going to say is going to end up around the community costing somebody a little bit of money at some point. But it's all in the fair share of holiday spirit. And Allegiance Bank, they are very great. I actually talked to Vicki Clark, one of the Shinetown reps this morning, with a little bit of an issue I was having on my mobile app, and they just treat you like family and know you by first name basis, and it's just friends you can bank with and hometown banking experience that I highly recommend. Woodlawn for 3. There we go, and now we're getting kind of regressing to the mean, as I call it. Carly, you can tell she's eyeing the 3 when she crosses it, and that's what I want to see her do right there. That's what I just got done alluding to. Just take that ball to the basket. Down County cuts it to 1. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. And all of a sudden, the guard's doing a little bit of something. You're doubling Kenzie, and now you're daring these other kids to beat you, and they can. And here we go. As I say, don't give that girl an inch. She'll blister you. And our crowd not real appreciative of that call, and I'm not saying I'm blaming them there. If Carly can knock 22 over, then she's been in the weight room quite a bit here lately. I think that was a little. They give out flop warnings for that kind of thing. Oh, what a late call. And that free throw miss, as the ball usually doesn't fib on you, is brought to you by Little Creek Archery. Little Creek, if got about a long rebound. And Little Creek Archery, there's still I'm going to say about 15, 20 days left in deer season, and our program at Gallatin County has just recently picked up archery here last couple years. Definitely, as the first free throw is good, definitely some good guys to check out. Their supporters, and they've got a really nice selection, and those guys will help you out too. They treat you like family, so definitely give them a check out if you get a chance. And Woodlawn trying to get a little bit physical here, and this is where you got to just play your game. Don't get baited into a street fight. That's not your game. Don't get baited into it. Take your time. And there we go. Good. Telling you what, Sydney today is acted like that. Somebody, either Coach Lawler or Herman or just her family or maybe just herself, saying, I'm going to attack the basket, and whatever happens, I can just live with. And it has made the difference in this game. And Woodlawn is down up 2 as we go into a mass timeout with 3:48 to go in the second. And this mass timeout is brought to you by Expressway Chevrolet Braden Brazier. Hashtag trading with Braden. If you need a new or used vehicle, definitely check Braden out. They've got a great selection over there, and they help you. And I know I keep striving the family narrative on this broadcast, but these people that are on these sponsorships that I'm naming, folks, they're embedded in our community. I have nothing against Walmart and Target and such like that, but these people are just people that, like me and you, just trying to make a living and do all the little things. And you definitely need to try these guys. And I urge you, and I've even made a more conscious effort to really focus on these people, as you really find out that these hometown sponsorships and these people like Little Creek and like Legions and Oasis and Cox and Urban Cable and the Cox Farm and all, everybody had us named, they they are embedded in our community. If we don't have them, we don't have anything. And of course, this broadcast is brought to you by the Gallatin County Athletic Boosters. Sarah and the bunch made this possible. We had a COVID year last year, and we put this plan into motion, and Sarah was bound and determined to keep it going, and we definitely have done that, and I think we're doing a really good job, and I think it's running well. I listened to Blake last night, does a great job, and our high school students, Jackson and Miss Respondic, they do great work too, so I have no complaints on any of that. And we're back here at the action. And there was a jump ball turnover. Will go to Woodlawn. That's probably that's probably Galton's only first or maybe second turnover. They've turned it over a whole lot tonight, I know. And they better be jumping out. The zone against this team will be tough. You better be out there on the shooters, because this team shoots it at a. Jen has got to look to score. George for two. Got it. Man, if George can knock that shot down, it just opens the world up for Gallatin County. They can't lay three people on Kinsey. It just makes it. And Coach Lar comes right out of that zone, and I don't blame him. I have respect for trying something to give him a different look, but this team just shoots the ball. And there we go. Run them off a three-point line. That's what it's about. Oh, she walked. And Kinsey, that is a big-time rebound right there. And Sydney's done a great job at leading her troops here today. Oh, she thought the old commentator Jinx. Up and good. Sydney just anticipated Kinsey was going to be there, and she didn't get there. That happens, unfortunately. Carly from way downtown. No good. And Carly got to get back now. And it's like that. Woodlawn puffs this thing back up to 7. And there we go. Jenna got to look to shoot the ball. They're not even putting anybody on her. I mean, they're just leaving her 30 foot wide open. She's got to shoot. And Sydney, she's got to look to score. There you go. That's fine. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. She's got to see the ball go in the hoop some. She's just a sophomore. I keep going back to her freshman year. I don't even know what you call that, if you even called that a freshman year. She's just learning all this on the go, and you can there's a 3-ball. And I tell you what, these girls can shoot the 3-ball. Holy cow. Now we got a timeout. And that's a timeout. And I mean, you just tip your hat to a team that makes a 3-ball at this rate. That's just unbelievable. This timeout brought to you by House of Hair, Haley Fromm. New Year's coming up. Don't take your hot date out looking like a hot mess. Definitely go see my girl Haley Fromm at Ridgeway House of Hair and get them ears lowered. Also by Ben Terra Bank. I don't know if you guys were at the Ridgeway Parade, but I guess they employed 6'11" Buddy the Elf, as he was on the parade float the other day. My old buddy Littlefoot, Andrew Drome. Go check that knucklehead out. And Landon Newton, formerly Atlanta Walters, alum of Galton County. Go check them guys out. If you need any of your banking needs, they definitely can help you out right there in Ridgeway, Illinois. We got 25-33. 108 to go. Carly looking to attack. No good. And we're going the other way. Got kind of got stop ball. Sid got stop ball high. She does. Great job. Oh, she walked. Or it looked like she walked. I got a hand on it. And I just got an unofficial report that the Woodlawns hit 7 threes, and that doesn't surprise me at all if that's the case. I gotta believe they're shooting. I don't have an official number in front of me, but I'm gonna assume that they are shooting. They're shooting around the 60% mark. I mean, at minimum. I know they're well over 50. I can only think of 3 threes they've missed, so 7 of 10 would be probably about an accurate number. Woodlawn gonna hope for one shot here. I tell you what, sometimes you just gotta tip your cap to a team when they're shooting the ball as well as Woodlawn is. They come out firing this morning. And that was a great defensive stand by Galton County. That's the kind of things that you can put your hat on. And at halftime, we have Woodlawn 33, Lady Hawks 25. They're playing very well. They're not turning the ball over a whole bunch. You've gotten some girls that needed to step up, knocking down some shots. That definitely helps. And just make some adjustments, but just things that you can't control. I mean, if Woodlawn shoots 70% from the 3-point line in the second half, they're going to win this game. I mean, and that's not. Yeah, go ahead and switch it over to the premier sponsor. And I tell you what, sometimes I teach my daughter this all the time. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap to your opponent. I was going back to a travel ball game where she just she got 3 fastballs just obliterated by her, and just like that kid is better than you right at this moment. And Woodlawn is they're just a touch better at the 3-point line than us right now, or quite a bit better. But Galton County hanging around because getting some contributions. I think George has 4, Bickett has 4. That's what it's going to take if they're going to do some things and make some noise. And make no mistake about it, Galton County off of a humongous layoff. That's just going to happen. You just can't tell a lot of rust. I mean, and you're really, I think, seeing the blueprint from getting them to quit tripling Kinsey. Because until we can make these other kids, George said, and Jenna even throw it in a bucket, you're going to definitely see them just triple team Kinsey and not allowing her to get 25 and 30 and dictate a ball game. That's kind of attention that they desire, So that's going to be an interesting adjustment to see what Coach Lawler makes in the second half, because, I mean, I don't know what much more you can do to a team that's just striping threes in your face. But this halftime report was brought to you by Shawnee Quickmart. Shawnee Quickmart in Shawneetown is proud to support the Galton County Hawks Athletic. Stop in and see them for daily lunch specials, especially their fried chicken dinners on Thursday and their Wish Fish on Friday. I've actually been getting fish there since 2017, and I've never heard it called that. After you have one piece, you wish you had more. There it is. I wish I would have just kept reading now. You can also call ahead and order our whole Hunt Brothers pizzas all day long. They have gaming machines available also. Shawnee Quickmart, serving you every day with friendly service and good food. Let me just kind of add a little footnote to that. Billy Milligan and them have just been staples of the community for heck, ever since I've been able to remember. Of course, they have their their automotive shop down the road, and Billy and them. When you go in there, it's always, what can I do for you, buddy and big boy, and they're just really accommodating people. And I know I keep just beating this family thing down your throat, but I really do feel like Billy and them are family, because if I need something, call in there, and of course my family does a lot of business in there too. And hey, I need something, but I need it 3 or 4 days from now. Or hey, I know you got something on the farm boy truck, can you help me? I got a family dinner, yeah, what can I do for you? And just always accommodating, and never felt like they put out, and it just more than a quick mark, because I know anybody listening away from here, and you have a McDonald's on every corner, or a steakhouse, it's big to have something you can rely on, and the Quick Market is that. So definitely thank you, Shawnee Quick Mart, for your sponsorship, and Billy for your continued support. Of course, this halftime show is also brought to you by the Gallatin County Boosters. If the Gallatin County Boosters didn't step up, we wouldn't be here at Fairfield today, and people wouldn't be able to watch this game from probably work, which their boss might not be overly thrilled about that, but just from work or from afar. I've got buddies that tune in over an hour and a half away to watch Coach Lawler, a high school friend of mine, and the girls play. That wouldn't be possible. So thank you, and thank you guys for getting on there and viewing it. It matters. These sponsors want to see your views, because that means that their businesses are reaching people. So continue to follow us and subscribe, and pass the good word as we try to keep this thing going. And it's definitely been a lot of fun. So just some. I'm kind of talking to a good friend of mine through text here as the game kind of goes along. One of the coaches at Gallatin County's junior high level, and me and him are kind of in agreement that you have to feel good if you're Lawler. I know everybody's like, well, "What do you mean, you fool? He's down 8." But you got to think that we played really stellar defense at the end of the first. Girl turns around, banks a shot in. So there's 2. You're down 6. A couple of those threes, just fate has it, as they were contested. Statistics will tell you that a contested 3 is an under a third of the time made shot, even at the pro level. Steph Curry, the best 3-point shooter maybe ever. Not maybe ever. He shoots it at around a 40% to 42% clip when he's on fire. So you got to think that Woodlawn shooting around 7 for 10, 7 or 11 from 3. If they regress to the mean, that would mean they would only probably make a few more threes here in the second half. You take the 3 ball away, and you're right in this game. You take 2 of those threes away, you're tied up. So if I'm Matt Lawler, I go over how we got. You reiterate, because you got postseason, hopes. You keep driving home that you can't spot teams' leads. We got off the bus and spot them 6 points. You can't do that if you're going to win against good teams. You can't dig a hole. Statistics are the first 3 minutes and the last 3 minutes of quarters are the most crucial. In the NBA, the coaches want to win the first 2 and the last 2. That's what Phil Jackson, a bunch of other great coaches swear. I was always a big component of finishing quarters, but as I've did more research, as I've evolved and got older and grew more patience, I've learned that the first 2 minutes of quarters kind of dictate the last 2 because of the momentum. So you definitely want to win the first 2 and the last 2. And Coach Lawler just probably telling if I was Coach Lawler, I would be talking to my other 3, and now I call the other 3. I don't mean anything negative about that, but just you obviously have Kinsey and Carly. They're kind of the scoring 1 and 2 option. I don't think it takes a rocket science to figure that out. But my other 3 have given me, I think, 8 points. 4 from George. 10 points, I think. 4 from George, 4 from Bickett, and 2 from Jenna. So roughly over a third of my points have come from my other 3. That's huge if you're Coach Lawler. Me and him were talking about it at his house the other day. We watch sports quite often, and we were talking about the other day. I was like, you got to figure out a way to get 15 to 20 points from somebody other than Carly and Kinsey, and I think that can happen because I really like Sydney's ability to get to the cup. George, just as the year goes on, she's doing things right now that 2 weeks ago you wouldn't even thought about asking her to do. She's doing those things. So her progression has just been fascinating to watch and fun. And Jenna, I slowly see her coming out of it. You have to understand, we have to preach patience with Jenna because she is, I call her pretty much a super freshman because she did not get that freshman season where she would have probably got to play a little bit of JV because we had another senior on the squad where she could have bumped down and played 2 quarters of JV, and that would have definitely played into her confidence. You can just tell she's just a little unsure about some things right now. But as she grows and as she gets more confident, she's going to do great things. So definitely definitely something to build upon, and we're getting ready to start the second half here in 41 seconds. Samantha's already got it set to the third quarter, so she gets an A plus for a halftime report. And we just got to come out and keep playing basketball. I mean, if you were Coach Lawler, yeah, I'm not tickled they were spotted 6 points, but after that, they did some really good things. They did some really good things, and we're going to start here. And this second half, I'm almost through these sponsorships already. I'm going to get an A plus if I don't start slacking a little bit here in a minute. And the second half is brought to you by New Hope Church. Kind of the same voice and song I've been singing all day. They thank you for your sponsorship to the boosters and the program, of course, but for the footing and the foothold you got in the community. That's huge. Thank you guys very much. Gout County gets the ball out of the quarter here. And they just give it to Kinsey. That's what you got to do. If they're not going to bring that double over and they're going to front, just throw it over the top. Ooh. And we got to put our foot in the sand here. Down 6. The first 2 minutes. First 2 minutes are huge, and just taking that girl's airspace away is going to be huge. 21 can drive it. You got to watch on the screen roll here. There we go. I like that. Good defense. Don't let 22 catch. 22 is just a shooter. She can definitely stroke it and does not care about who's in her face. She's just done some really good things. 4 hit the first 3 of the game. Been kind of quiet since. And then this is good defense. We're under 7 to go here, and Gallatin County really coming out, deciding to play a little bit of defense here right off the bat. Going to jump up in them passing lanes. George, the good hedge. Got to get back. Oh, there's the person. There you go. 24 did not square to shoot, so that's a pretty good tall tale sign. Good defense by Kinsey. And up to Carly. And we got to reach, and that was the right call. I like to see Carly there, though, when she feels that contact coming, just put that ball up on the rim and get those 2 fouls. In the NBA, she could have took another 2 dribbles and laid it in and got an and one, but definitely not the NBA here. Sydney for 2. No good. Go get it, Sid. And it was. She's either got to let that ball bounce one more time. That's just that's no man's land or no lady's land in this particular case. But that's just cruddy. A good hustle play, but she's got to let that ball bounce one more time or just not get control of it, rather. Gosh, that's just sometimes that's just how the old cookie crumbles. And, yeah, 22, she's in range when she walks in the gymnasium. And 24 is not looking to do much shooting. Definitely think George can cheat over on the top of the screens there. I don't. And they're looking to get it out and go a little bit more now. And up and good. And that's a foul. Sydney is looking for her shot a lot more. And I've just been informed by the same insider that I'm getting that Sam needs to speak more. She can definitely take this, and I can definitely handle the camera if that's what we need. Although we'll have to do some training on some censorship before we turn Sammy loose on the mic full time, because I know how tough it is for me. And the second one is up and good, 28-35 with 5:07 to go. I seen Blake Seeley sporting these headsets, and I got to say, it makes this a lot easier drowning out this crowd noise, and you don't get near the echo. So, Blake, you are the real MVP, my friend. And Jenna, grab it good, Jenna. Jenna needs some good things. Oh, Carly spots up a three. Get in there, baby. Bang! Right between the eyes. And just like that, the Hawks cut it to 4 with 4:40 to go, and we got ourselves a ball game here in the breakfast special. Don't. That's right. Stay on your feet, Kenzie. You're not blocking the shot anyway. Just stay on your feet. Good, Kenzie. And Carly off to the races. And we got a foul. And see, that's what happens. It's kind of like playing chicken or any warfare you have. If you're going to put all your artillery under the goal to help out with Kenzie, then that's going to leave runouts on the other end. Definitely. Good. She's pure. That's why I keep screaming, and not screaming. She's a great kid. I don't ever scream at her. I don't guess. I only scream at my daughter usually, but I'm screaming usually from the stands and from the text messages to all her. Get Carly attacking, because when she gets on the free throw line, I mean, it's just automatic almost. I mean, those are just free points. Not a big fan of his, but it's like James Harden. He marches the free throw line 15, 16 trips a game. I mean, that's just free. That's why I call free throws. It's free to a person like Carly. She's just such a great shooter. And you can kind of feel this momentum kind of changing around a little bit here. One thing is, Gallatin County's tightened up on the defense. Those threes are not been there. And we got a mass timeout. 4 to go. I've never seen that. The referee asked the coaches, like, mass break? I think it's right at 4 minutes. And I got to say, the officiating has been good. At times, I felt like there's been some delayed calls. I was kind of upset over the Kenzie foul because it was late, not because maybe it wasn't or wasn't a foul. And I'll say this. I've officiated some biddy ball games and stuff, and that never this level. And it is tough, extremely tough. And hats off to anybody that officiates that can handle all that. And just anybody that handles that kind of restraint and stuff. More power to them. God bless them, even. And this mass break is brought to you by the other guys I call them at Expressway Chevrolet: Wes Duffy, David Holloway, Eric Hazel, and Jason Daniil. I will forgive Wes Duffy for wearing purple last night because he has a daughter that's in the program. I will issue him sporting a brand new purple hoodie, and he. Thank you, Wes, David, Eric, and Jason. I know I say it every time that I get a chance to broadcast, but David and Wes made sure that both programs got fresh new warm-ups, and David Holloway is always in contact with the program, saying, what can I do to help? What do you guys need? We want to help. Eric Hazel's been, and Jason Daniil, both great community guys. Good deal, Daniil, and The Ring. Check them guys out. Definitely great dudes, and they're just... It's a buying experience unmatched, because you feel like you're dealing with buddies. I mean, it's just it's a no hassle, no pressure situation. It's really nice. So, and turnover, and it's gonna be a layup on the other end. And here comes the pressure. There you go. Break it. Carly for three. Get in there, baby. Nope. No good. And that's the second part of the press that I always allude to is not not always the pressure that gets you. It's the backside. Oh gosh, I'm in a hurry now, and then fire. Uh, it's imperative that once you get it across, if a good opportunity doesn't present itself, to get in your offense. Now look, middle. George has got to come to the ball, make herself available. And Sid lost the handle and grabbed it, and that is a travel. Can't do that. But, and here we go, 2:50 to go. 4-point game here. Gallup County playing really well. Good. Good hedge. Kenzie, that is, there we go. And all of a sudden, all those buckets that were falling early are not. And here we go. George. And one. No, I thought she had them all. And it's a foul. She might have got away with a teensy weensy travel. Shuffle of the feet. I probably would have called it, but we didn't, so we're going to. And the first one's up, no good. The other guys have really stepped up here in this game right here. It's been fun to watch. There we go, 1 or 2. That looked pure from George. That was a pure free throw. And I see a little bit of a smile there. I don't see much of that from her. She's all business. She's the enforcer of the group. Every group needs a good enforcer. Oh, there we go. That's what you got to do on 22. You got to make her uncomfortable out there. And 3, no good. And Jenna with a great rebound. Get it to your point guard. There you go. Now handle it, Sid. There we go. Take care of it. 3-point game. Two, got it. Up and under. Carly's been calling on that shot all year, and she finally got one to go. If the girl was 3 or 4 inches taller, I mean, that's just an athletic move she's got, but she don't play. She plays a lot taller than her size. I'll promise you that much. And look at Gallup County running them off the 3-point line. That's what it takes. Committed effort. Don't fall for the pump fake, Kenzie. Good. Good. Oh, good grief. And that's a turnover. Just got a ball fake and let that girl get in the air. That's all right. Down 3, 104 to go. Cut the lead. That's what you got to do. Big stand coming up here. Three. No good. Good, that is. Whoa, that's a clearing. That's how you clear a rebound. Carly, downtown, no good. And that's a run out on the other end. Oh, great job by Jenna. That was a good job of getting back. And that ball is out of bounds. And I've had some questions coming in. That's kind of why I've been a little bit silent here the last 35, 40 seconds. We do play again today at 3:15. The opponent is unknown at this time because we don't know how the second pool game is going to shake out and all that different stuff. And they call a blocking foul on Sydney after all the stuff that's been going on in underneath the goal today. That's a tough call to swallow. And they're running flex. She walked a mile. And there's a three at the buzzer. And Gallatin County down 8. Down 8 going into the fourth here. And Woodlawn only made 1-3 that quarter. And unfortunately, it came right as the buzzer expired. So, with that being said, Gallatin County playing a good game here. 36-44. And I know I go back to it, but the difference in the ball game has been that first about 2.5, 3 minutes. Gallatin County kind of had a little bit of sleep in their eye, and it definitely has got them early and often here as they trail by 8. But I tell you what, we're not turning the ball over at an alarming rate, doing the little things. The other girls are playing their hearts out, along with Kenzie and Carly are both playing spectacular games. Every girl 1 through 5 is playing really well. I can see Coach Lawler in the huddle. He's just got a real calm demeanor about him because his kids are giving him everything they got. They really are. And I tell you what, you give Gallatin County in a sectional matchup, get 3 or 4 days to prepare for these guys. The way they shoot the three, it would definitely make a difference because their second half has been spectacular. Kenzie for 2. Got it. And they can't guard that. Just can't guard that. If she's got one-on-one under the goal, just mark it out as 2 points. I understand them for doubling. I would do the same. And Gallatin County, this is where you need a little 4-0, 5-0 run right here. You get this. Oh, great job by Sydney. That's what I love about Sydney. She'll put her nose in there. I love that about that kid. She's a great kid too. Always says hello. Just really smart. Great kid. And Kenzie with a great closeout. This is where Gallatin's got to D up. You got to D up. I always tell Abby, you play good defense, they'll hand it to you. 3, no good. Kenzie, got to go get it. And that's going this way. Got to be. Yeah, that's right. Great, right call. 7:08 to go. 44-38. And Gallatin County's in the bonus. And Woodlawn, I know the foul count's 7-1 in our favor. Woodlawn plays very aggressive. I'm not trying to sound like homeschool Bruin here on the announcing, but they play really aggressive and they play really handsy. First free throw, no good. Front ends will kill you. Got to get back. Kenzie wishes she had that one back. She's a really good free throw shooter too. 7 to go here. She'll get us more opportunities. We got to get a stop. And that's on Carly. That was kind of bang, but it's fine. That is her third. That's worth noting. She's got to be smart. Carly's third. And Woodlawn trying trying to put this in the cooler. I've seen this backfire more times than I care to remember. McLeansboro is about the only group I ever see do this successfully. And and see what happens there is, oh goodness, offensive rebound. Just that. And Galt County just got to start denying everything. And Galt County got to get up. And we got 5:30 to go. And my dear Lord, that's what happens when the team is not used to holding the ball. They get antsy, and then all of a sudden, and that's going to be a foul on her, and Carly's going to go to the line. See, that's what happens. Oh, and Sam with her first flub of the game. That only happens to me about 30 or 40 times when I do it, and she's got into the game, got into the negative. I'll mark her down for a demerit there. So what happens is if you're not McLeansboro and Kurt Reed and you don't work on that kind of thing, like holding the ball and being 4-2 at half and stuff, your team's not used to playing that kind of demeanor. It gets in their head. Carly, first 1-1, get in there, bang. Anyway, so it just gets in your head because it's like, oh, well, this is not what we're used to doing. Oh God! And then that girl was open, and she's like, oh, 30-footer. That looks like a appetizing. It just, I've seen putting it in the cooler, and we got Bree Nelson going to check in for her first action of the game. and the girls were wanting to press, and Coach Lawler's like, not quite yet, young pups. I like the enthusiasm though, and just putting it in the cooler too early. Like I said, and now Woodlawn's all out of sorts offensively, just all out of sorts. Oh goodness, Carly for three, no. Sydney got a foul. Sydney Bickett is playing some big girl basketball right now, playing way bigger. I called her Sid the Kid, but I also call her Mighty Mouse because don't let the fact that she's not real big, don't let that fool you. She is mighty, and she will get in there, girl. Got it. And kind of cuts it to three, and I'm telling you, this is what happens. They put it in the cooler at 7 to go, and they took Woodlawn. They took Woodlawn completely out of their realm. Oh, Sydney's got to have that. And that's gonna be 4 on. That's gonna be 4 on Carly. You got 4, Carly. Be smart now. And sorry if you heard that. Just had to remind my girl to be smart here. She got 4. And 3. Get out of there. There we go. Whoa, and we got a football pass in. We're off. And Carly looking to attack. For 2. No good. And I hate to be this guy, but when you have a 7 or 8 to 1 foul advantage, you understand that the officials are going to tighten it up. They look up, they're human. They look up and they see that it's a disparity, and they make a more conscious effort to be tighter on the team that the fouls favor. It's just human nature. I'm not blaming them. I'm not. Officiating has had absolutely no bearing in this game thus far. I am not one to blame officials. I've tried to break my daughter out of that habit for years, dating back to when she would take a third strike that was clearly a ball. I'd say, okay, maybe that was a ball, but those other 2 that you watched go by, you put it in his hands when you decided that you weren't going to swing. If it's close and you swing, then you're taking it out of their hands. Same way with this. You just take care of your business, and whatever happens, happens. And this has been a great game. I was a little bit nervous when Woodlawn came out 6-0, 10-2. It was kind of looking kind of doom and gloom, but Kenny's done a good job. Um, and taking your time. Don't jump at her, Kenzie. Stay on your feet. And there we go. 4 minutes to go. Down 3. That's fine. Got Kenzie all the time in the world. If they hold it for 4 minutes, tip your cap to them. Stay on your feet. 3. No, that's a good deep. And white ball. And we got a chance to tie. And that is a good. Is that a mass timeout? That's a fair time for a mass timeout. Because Kenzie has definitely got the top knocked off of her. And we are 41, 44, 339. And I think I am through my sponsor. So I did a gold star next to my name for the day. Don't ever want to hear Sarah say that I'm not capable of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just joking, Sarah. You never said that. Don't send me a nasty text. I just want to give an overview, actually, of all my sponsors: Cox and Son, Oasis, Irvin, New Life Christian Center, Cox Farms, Legence Bank, Little Creek Archery, Braden Brazier from Expressway, Shawnee Quickmart, our feature sponsor, House of Hair, Haley Fromm, Banterra, New Hope Church, and Expressway Chevrolet. The West, David, Eric, and Jason, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wouldn't be in this gym today. I don't know. I'd probably be at the EHT, but I would be all right. I'm just a basketball junkie, so it really doesn't matter what basketball I get to cover. I'm excited to cover it all, and we just got to see if we can close this game out here, and. I bet Coach Lawler probably just going over some fundamental things here. If you don't get a bucket here, you ain't got a foul. 3:30 to go. There's an eternity to go in this game. Woodlawn's already demonstrated they don't like to hold the ball for a very long time. Kenzie for 2. Got it. Bang. Big bucket. And we got a 1-point game with 3:30 to go. And the patented 3 clap by Lawler begging his girls to dig in the sand one time. He wants to get a little bit excited here. I want to get excited for him. And that's a runner. No good. Good board by the sophomore. Good. That's a good side screen, too. And we got a foul. And that's 100% the correct call. Woodlawn is just very hand-checky. And 2-shot foul for Sid the Kid. Come on, Sid. Knock one of these down, girl. First one. Got it. Coach Lawler couldn't look. I've been there. Robbie Prince one time shot some free throws for me to send me to the Final Four in a junior high Elite 8 game at Rend Lake, and I thought I was going to puke. I couldn't even look. He was just in 6th grade. It was fun times. Get in there, girl. One more time. That's okay. Tied up. Here we go. 3 to go. 3 to go, and we're tied up. And this is what Coach Lawler wanted, a chance to win with 3 to go. Guarantee he would have got off the bus for this morning. No good. Good board by George. Got to grab it. And here we go. 2:30 to go. Tied up. That's a big board by George. Don't force it. Don't have to force. Don't have to force. Just be patient. Oh, that's a force. That was a force. I like that. I like where she was looking, but you just can't force that ball there. They're covered, or just swing it. Swing it and just know that the help side will eventually be late and you can get that entry pass. That's okay. That's probably only about the 4th turnover for the Hawks today. They're doing a really good job. They're in flex. They're going to want a back cut here for a screen. Good way to switch that. And that's what you got to do. Good job. Good job. Can't trail, Sid. There you go. Got D. They've defended flex just about as perfect as you can defend it. 1 minute 50 to go. Oh, she almost traveled. And she did travel. Makeup call. 21 didn't travel. Ford traveled, but he missed it. And Coach Lawler wants a timeout. 1:46 to go. We are knotted up. What a game. And this is win or lose this game. Obviously, you want to win every game you play in. I once beat Abigail at a game of NBA 2K 112 to 14. So obviously you try to win every game, but this is great for Lawler here. He's got some young kids, mainly experience-wise and youth, and Jenna and George, and even Sid. Because Sid last year she got her first taste of varsity in the COVID season, and now you're getting late execution and valuing every possession matters. And this is the type of stuff. That's why you put your teams in these tough tournaments. You can go to these tournaments that you can beat everybody by 30 and you can hoist the trophy, and that's all. That's fun. And everybody loves that, and everybody wins, and yay, and we're a winner, and let's ride on the fire truck. But this is where, if you want to get up to the state tournament, these are the kind of positions you have to put yourself in. And this is the kind of things you have to do if you want to win. You have to put yourself in these positions. And this Woodlawn team right here is definitely a team that's going to be in the middle of things. And minute 24, Down County trying to take care of it. Jenna, oh, she walked. She did. She did. And minute 17, Gouton got to get it back. I hope I'm wrong, but this feels like a next bucket wins type of situation. If I'm Woodlawn, I'm taking it right at Carly with 4. That's my game plan. I got all the time in the world. Don't fall for the pump. I'm sorry. Don't fall for the pump fake. Kenzie, stay on your feet. Oh, she walked. Got away with 1. And 3. No good. Grab it, Jenna. And it stays here. 39 seconds to go, and Woodlawn will take a timeout. Golly, almost had it. And this is the stuff I'm talking about. You don't have the ball. You've got some young kids. Your back's against the wall. This is the kind of stuff that you learn from. And I'll say this. I know this might get some, oh, well, you're just from there, so that's why you say these things. But the difference in the second half is Gouton County stayed true to who they were. They didn't necessarily play any better. They didn't necessarily play any. I don't think it was any secret that Woodlawn was probably not going to shoot 70% from the three-point line. You know, the whole game. If they did, they were going to win. I said that. And Gouton County just stayed true to they are. They made some adjustments. Coach Laura made some really good adjustments. They made a better conscious effort to run them off the three-point line, but they've had some three-pointers, and they've just not made them to this point, and I hope that stays true. Three. And we've got 30 seconds left. Got to take your time. You've got timeouts, and Coach Laura was. And you don't have to hurry. You don't have to hurry. One shot. Put it in the cooler. Put it in the cooler. You got timeouts, and you might want to think about burning one here. Okay, now you got it in the grill. Now you don't need it. And we got a foul. And that is the girl that I would want at the line. And Carly misses the front end. Just need this one. Get in there. There we go. We got a 1-point lead. And you just got to get one more stop here. Heck of a day. All right, we got 10.3 left to go here, and we've got a dandy. Here's something to bear in mind. Gown County's got some fouls to give. 2, as a matter of fact. Now, obviously, you don't want Carly to give that foul ever because she'll be out. But you can, if you get beat, you can give a foul. And hang on 1 second, folks. $10.3. Here we go. Across the timeline. That's a good foul to give there. And that is exactly right. That was smart. Yep. And Coach Lawler's going to take a timeout, and I don't blame him because I believe Woodlawn was going to take one if he didn't, but beat him to it. .9. You can't foul anymore because that hits you in the 1-and-1, and Woodlawn has just demonstrated that they flat can shoot. So 4 seconds to go. You know, I don't know what I'd do if I Woodlawn coach. The way you shoot the 3, hard to be not to draw up a 3, but the way you shot the 3s in the second half, I don't know if I want I'd probably put it to the hoop right at Carly. Coach Lawler's probably going to put the person on the ball underneath the hoop. And, wow, what a game. Win, lose, or draw. What a game. What a game. What a bounce back from the Hawks. Come out of a 10-day layoff, kind of get their teeth kind of handed to them a little bit in the first game. Come back and battle a very athletic Meridian team in the second game. And just, we'll see here. Of course it was on the floor. I mean, it was on the floor big time. .5 to go, up 1. They had 1 foul to give. I thought fouls was at 6. That's 5. I thought that was 5, but they got timeout. And 2.5 to go. I was mistaken. I thought they had 6 teams fouls before that. They had a foul to give. Thank God, or Coach Lawler would have stroked out right in the middle of the floor, and we would have had to be at the ER the rest of the day. They have a foul to give. 2.5 to go. I don't know how many timeouts. It looks like he's got 2 left. So I mean, they could call timeout again. I did not know this in the NFL. This is something kind of unrelated to basketball as we draw it up. In the NFL, it's an unsportsmanlike penalty if you call back-to-back timeouts. Did not know that. And in basketball, it is not that way. However, you can call all 6. As a matter of fact, me and Jeff Herman one time in an opening round game at Wren Lake, Andrew Drone's group, Andrew Drone turned his ankle 3 minutes before the ball got tipped off. So losing a 6'9 center in junior high is obviously something that every coach preps for. And we we're playing some kids that didn't get to play a whole lot throughout the year, played some, but didn't, and they stepped up, and they were just so gassed. I told Coach Harmon's like, we need to take two fulls and a 30 in back-to-back sequence because we're just gassed. And if you know Coach Harmon, taking a time out to him is about like him getting him to really get upset about anything. It's very hard to do, and he did it, and it was the difference in the game. We ended up winning by 12. So, all right, here we go. Can't foul. Gotta be aggressive. And Woodlawn wins it on a buzzer beater. And wow, what a game! That was a good draw up. Heck of a play call by the Woodlawn coach. That's a great opening round game. That's a heartbreaker for Gallatin County. That's about as brutal as a way to lose as you can lose, but that is great experience for Coach Lawler's group. Nothing for the girls to hang their heads about. That's just sometimes this is how the cookie crumbles. All right, guys. Well, that'll conclude this session. We'll be back at 3:15, and we'll see.